Hello, my name is William Schulteis, and this is my presentation on Oedipus Tyrannus and the Trial of Socrates. These are the main themes of the Trial of Socrates. We have wisdom and ignorance. So Socrates believes that to be truly wise, one must realize that they have ignorance and they must embrace that ignorance. And the second main theme is moral values. Socrates also believed that one must embrace their moral values and never compromise those values, even if your life may depend on it. So, first, we're going to be comparing Socrates to Jesus. Jesus always taught what he believed in. He was constantly preaching to his apostles and to anyone that would lend him his ear. And he never, ever stepped away from his moral compass. Even in the face of execution from the Jewish people and the Romans, he stood tall and firm in his beliefs, and ultimately that got him killed by crucifixion. So, much like Jesus, Socrates had a very strict moral code. He refused to deviate from this code no matter what the circumstances were. And also, much like Jesus, Socrates was put on trial for his beliefs and attempting to corrupt youth. Socrates refused to denounce anything that he had taught in the past and was executed for these teachings. And this is Socrates declares his last will. In this painting, Socrates is talking to many of his followers, and he knows that he's going to be put to death, so he tried to get out all of the teachings that he could. So Socrates would preach to anyone that he thought that would lend him an ear. He always taught what he thought was right and how he thinks that Greece should be run. He continued to teach until he died. One thing that he was not ashamed of and even embraced was the fact that he did not know everything that the world had to offer. No one could wish to learn everything over one lifetime. It would take many, many, many lifetimes before one could learn everything this world had to offer. And he knew that he was ignorant in some fields and was not afraid to show his faults. All right, next we're going to be moving on to Oedipus Tyrannus' main themes. So the first main theme is blind ignorance of the truth. Oedipus refuses to believe that he fell right into the trap of his cursed destiny until it destroys him. The second main theme is free will or destiny. Oedipus's parents fear that his destiny to kill his father and marry his mother, so they leave him to die. As we know that he did not die, he was saved by the shepherd and was brought up by a pair of foster parents. And once Oedipus grows up, he fears that he will kill the man that raised him, and he will marry the woman that raised him. So he decides to flee, and then ultimately he ran straight into his destiny. So this is Oedipus and the Sphinx. In this painting by Ferdinand Gaillard, Oedipus is deciphering the riddle of the Sphinx. The riddle was what creature stands on four legs, then two, and then three in their lifetime, and that answer would be humans. And Oedipus figures out this riddle and saves the people of Thebes from their curse that had been laid upon them from the Sphinx. Oedipus answered the Sphinx's riddle and freed the people of Thebes from their curse, only to unknowingly submit them to another curse. The gods cursed Thebes and told the people that there was a crime that went unpunished that needs to be brought to light. Oedipus thought it was his destiny to free the people of Thebes from this curse, since he was able to free them from the last curse. This was not his true destiny. His true destiny was given to him at birth, and his free will to try to avoid that destiny by running sent him straight headfirst into the destiny he was trying so hard to avoid. Oedipus implores the gods. Oedipus is begging the gods to help him find the culprit of the terrible crime that went unpunished. He begs and pleads day in and day out, not knowing that the crime had been staring him in the face since he first entered the kingdom of Thebes. Oedipus implores the god continue. Oedipus does not realize what the crime is until he is faced with the truth. He had feared his destiny all his life, and in trying to avoid his destiny, or curse, he fell right into it. After receiving the news, Oedipus refused to believe it and thought this was one big hoax, when in reality it was the truth. Once he had finally seen the truth, he gouged his eyes out and banished himself so he could finally help the people of Thebes. He gouged his eyes out because he was blind to the truth all of his life, and he finally realized what he had done. And by doing that, he paid for he was trying to pay for his crimes. And that's it. All of these paintings can be found in on the Philadelphia Museum of Art's website, and all of these links will bring you to those paintings. Thank you very much.